I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me.
Hey.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. We are ready, and so is Brandon Aubrey to kick this one off. And off we go from Tampa. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
2nd and a yard. Here's carry number 1 for Rachaad White. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down.
Great job here defensively, Mike. Make them snap the ball again. 2nd and 1, they're not conceding anything. Make it 3rd and 1 and see if your defense can come up again with a stop for no gain.
Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. Return man steering clear of this one. They're going to mark it down at the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Washington. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He runs with it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. That is not going to do it. Tried to bite off a lot with that one. It's no good. And this will stay a scoreless game. First and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Here comes Otten in motion. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. This pass is caught by Cade Otten.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here comes Otten in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. The man in motion is Watson. Now he'll run it.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll drop to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's out of bounds in great shape, down at the 15-yard line. A gain there of 20. Good for a Commanders' 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
It is 3rd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. Quickly to the outside and complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Commanders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get it.
Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return fumble recovered and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll go right and find his running back. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one taken in. Touchdown, Washington. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. A short one there to Otten. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's his tight end, Otten. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down. A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Back to the air one more time. They'll set up the screen to White. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
They'll look to throw yet again. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Rachaad White out of the backfield, and it'll be third down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fielded at the 9. Oh, yeah. And this winds up a very nice return. He's able to get up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. His throw left side is complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry.
A nice throw by the rookie from Clemson. It gets his guys a first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Now, Aubrey for the extra point. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So this being the first half, they elect to still kick the extra point instead of moving it up to the 1. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Washington.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll look to throw. A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They send Godwin in motion. right back to the air following that pick six. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get 2 pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to air this one out. He's got it! And he will take this one in. 73 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is think and run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. To the 45. Still going. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
A safe kick taken at the 5. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 41-yard line.
Hey, check that. Here we go.
The drive begins with a run by White.
Number 1 for Rashad White's ball carrier. Out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
He'll drop to throw. Godwin working the right side. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats, makes mom and dad happy, but Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
On the return is Rodgers. And he's going to be out of bounds here, and his guys will have it to start the 4th. Time has run out here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Commanders 52, Buccaneers 17.
To the ground, a 1st down run. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's to the right side and incomplete.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, Tampa. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. York now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers cut into the lead a little bit. And give them credit, they are not mailing this one in. They'll try to get it back with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
Handoff here, up the middle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders add on to their already sizable lead.
Commanders 59, Buccaneers 24.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's good. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing now on first and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. Now it's going to be third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That one going to be intercepted in the end zone if he stayed in bounds. Now, the officials say no, it is incomplete. Crisis averted for the offense, at least for the moment, a near turnover there. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to try it here again. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on fourth and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly, and here comes third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Third and long. Out of the gun, he'll throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Here comes Otten in motion. He's going to look downfield once again. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Again, working deep downfield. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.